before he split the sea, before he spoke to God face to face. There was a child marked for death, born in a time when Pharaoh feared his people. When every Hebrew boy was sentenced to die, one baby was hidden, placed into the river, and watched over by God. Raised in a palace he did not belong to, running from a destiny he did not yet understand. This is not just the story of miracles. This is the story of calling, of fear, of obedience, and of a man chosen to confront power with faith. This is the story of Moses. After Joseph died, the people of Israel continued to grow and multiply in Egypt. What once was favor slowly turned into fear. A new Pharaoh rose, one who did not know Joseph, and he saw Israel not as guests, but as a threat. To control them, he enslaved them. Their lives became bitter with hard labor, brick-making, and oppression. Yet the more they were afflicted, the more they multiplied. Pharaoh ordered that every Hebrew baby boy be killed. But in this darkness, God was already at work. A Levite woman gave birth to a son. Seeing he was beautiful, she hid him for 3 months. When she could hide him no longer, she placed him in a basket and set him among the reeds of the Nile. The Pharaoh's daughter found the child and raised him as her own. The baby was named Moses, drawn out of the water. Though raised in royalty, Moses never forgot who he was. He grew up torn between two worlds, Egyptian power and Hebrew suffering one day. Moses saw an Egyptian beating a Hebrew slave. In anger, Moses struck the Egyptian and killed him. When Pharaoh heard of it, Moses fled for his life into the wilderness of Midian. For 40 years, Moses lived as a shepherd. Then one day, God met him in fire. A bush burned, but was not consumed. God spoke, "I have seen the suffering of my people, and I am sending you." Moses doubted. God revealed his name. "I am who I am." Moses returned to Egypt with Aaron. Then Pharaoh demanded proof. "Who is this God you speak of?" he asked. At the command of the Lord, Moses stepped forward. Aaron lifted the staff and cast it before Pharaoh. The wooden staff struck the stone floor and instantly became a living serpent. Pharaoh laughed and summoned his magicians. They too threw down their staffs and they became serpents. But suddenly, the serpent of God moved. It swallowed every other snake before Pharaoh's eyes. The court fell silent. Power had been revealed. Yet Pharaoh's heart remained hard. He refused to let Israel go. God sent signs and wonders, 10 plagues. Yet Pharaoh's heart remained hard. The final plague came, the death of the firstborn. But God made a way, blood on the doorposts. Death passed over Israel. Pharaoh finally let them go. Pharaoh pursued them. Trapped between the sea and an army, Moses lifted his staff. God parted the Red Sea. Israel walked through on dry ground. God provided manna from heaven and water from the rock. At Mount Sinai, God gave the law, teaching Israel how to live as his people. Israel rebelled again and again. Because of unbelief, they wandered 40 years. God brought Moses to Mount Nebo. From there, Moses saw the promised land, but did not enter. He had led God's people faithfully. His mission was complete. Moses died, and Joshua rose. The journey continued. God is faithful from generation to generation, from a baby drawn out of water to a man who stood before kings. Moses finished his race. He led God's people through the sea, through the wilderness, and to the edge of the promised land. His story reminds us that God does not call the powerful. He empowers the called. But the journey does not end here. Next, we enter a new chapter, the rise of a young shepherd, a man after God's own heart, the story of David. If this story has blessed you, please like this video. Your like helps this message reach others. Leave a comment and tell us what spoke to your heart. And don't forget to subscribe to Faith Vibe Studio so you can be the first to know whenever a new Bible story is released. Together, we are spreading the gospel, one story at a time.